In life scoreboard, men earn points by winning, but women can lose them by giving too much away. That's harsh, right? Or maybe even unfair. But think about it. Haven't you noticed how quickly the world forgives a man if he rise again? And how brutally it remembers a woman for just one mistake? A man can lose everything: money, power, even respect. But the moment he wins again, people cheer him up like nothing ever happened. But a woman, she can spend her whole life building respect, guarding her dignity, and one wrong step can erase it all and changes the way people see her forever. Why does this happen? Why is it that men get redemption but women get judgment? And more importantly, what do you do when the game is the same but the rules are not? Because once you see the double standard, you can never unsee it. This is Mazi. My name is Obris aka Maz. Men are judged by what they do, by victories, by achievements, by the legacy they leave behind. Think about it. How fast do people start cheering for a man the moment he starts winning? Take Alexander the Great. He didn't just inherit his respect, he fought for it. Every battle he won, every city he conquered, every empire he expanded made him larger than life. But his mistakes, forgotten. His victories, remembered forever. Or Winston Churchill. He failed in politics more than once. He was disliked by many. But when Britain stood at the edge of collapse, it was his courage, his words, his leadership that carried them. His wins buried his failures. And then there's King Solomon. We remember him for wisdom, wealth, and influence. Yet, this same man had hundreds of wives and concubines. But still, history calls him the wisest man ever lived. Why? Because his achievement and reputation for wisdom outshined his flaws in the eyes of the world. And even in modern times, look at Martin Luther King Jr. The FBI tried to stain his name with accusation of infidelity, digging into his private life to destroy him. But history doesn't remember him for his flaws. It remembers him for his dreams, for his voice that moved a generation, for standing in the front line of justice and reshaping a nation. His legacy as a leader is immortal, while the scandals that shadowed him are whispered in comparison. For men, redemption is always possible as long as they win again. But for women, the rules shift. Respect doesn't always come from what they achieve, but what they protect. Look at Queen Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen. Yes, her crown gave her power, but it wasn't just her crown that gave her authority. It was the iron discipline with which she guarded her image. Her personal life became her shield, her legend, and then Mary, the mother of Jesus. She wasn't a queen or a warrior, yet her humility, purity, and devotion made her one of the most respected women in history. Her value isn't in what she did for the world, but in the way she carried herself, in what she didn't give away. Now fast forward to modern time. Think of Princess Diana. She wasn't a general or a president, but she won the admiration of the world through her compassion, grace, and dignity, even while living under the heat of scandals and heartbreak. Yet, notice this, her mistakes were never forgotten. Her private life was picked out and judged with the same intensity as the public one. A woman's value in the eyes of the world is deeply tied to boundaries, self-respect, and how she carried herself, even more than her achievements. So let me ask you, why is it that a man's worth is tied to his achievement, but a woman's is tied to the image she protects? This isn't just history. This is our world today. This is where the unfairness becomes obvious and where the double standard hits the most. King Solomon could marry countless women and still be called the wisest man who ever lived. But imagine a woman of his time with multiple husbands or lovers. Her name would be erased, her honor would be destroyed. We saw it in the Bible. The woman caught in adultery was dragged to the street. She was humiliated, almost stoned to death. Meanwhile, the man she was with was nowhere on sight, totally forgotten, and was absent from the punishment. Or think of Mary Magdalene. She was a devoted follower of Jesus Christ. Her transformation was powerful, but for centuries, people choose to remember her past, labeling her as a harlot instead of honoring who she became. And it hasn't stopped. It's still happening till today. A man can be broke today, rebuilds tomorrow, and the world admires him. But a woman, she can rise to the top of her career, yet one wrong relationship, or one leak scandal, or maybe one crack in her dignity, and she is judged forever. Do you see it now? It is not about fairness, it's about understanding how the game is played. Men get more chances to rebuild because their value is tied to results. Women's reputation are more fragile because their value is tied to perception. So what do we do now? If you are a man, build relentlessly. Let your wins speak louder than your words. Don't expect respect to be handed on to you. You must earn it, stack it, and protect it. If you are a woman, guard your word like gold. Don't let the world cheapen your value. Your dignity, your boundaries, and the way you carry yourself will always outweigh your achievements alone. It's not about playing fair, it's about playing smart when the rules were never written to be equal. In the end, the game is the same. We all want respect, but the rules, they have never been the same. Men rise by wins, and women rise by self-respect. So the question is, how will you play the game? This is Mazi. Check out my YouTube channel.